My name is Georgi, and today we are located in my hometown, which is called Dedoplistskaro, and it's located in the east part of Georgia. And today actually is August 2nd, and we have this national celebration here. And today we're going to be talking about that. Okay, so right now we are located on the mountain which is called Elia, and I'm going to be talking about the legend that it's related to. So Saint Elijah, as Elia, and as we call in Georgian, I'm sorry for the wind actually. So was one of the prophets of God actually before Christ in 9th century, and he lived in Israel. And he had this confrontation with the current King Ahab, because he did not really believe in God, and he used to sacrifice ox and other animals to deities like Baal and stuff like that. So basically God asked this Elijah to turn them Christian, and because of that he brought drought for 3 years in Israel. But in order for Elijah to be survived, he sent Elijah to one of the mountains, and he had this little brook that he used the water from, and the ravens used to bring him some food. And you know, some legends say that it's that mountain, and Alexander Dumas, actually one of the French writers, said that it's one of the mountains that Elijah came to live. So, and after 3 years, the brook was this brook actually disappeared. So Elijah had to leave the mountain, and then he came back. He came down to the land of Israel. So it's kind of complicated because nobody knows whether it was Israel or like Georgia, or because it's all complicated, and it's kind of hazy because it's like a legend. And then he met this lady who lived alone and had some food and oil and stuff like that, and asked for food, but the lady kind of denied because she thought that it would use up. But Elijah promised him that God would send her those food, and it happened so. So after a while, actually, the son of that lady died, and she asked Elijah to revive him, basically. So Elijah asked God for that guy to be revived, and it happened so. And then God told him that he had to go back to Israel and make them Christian again, or make them believe in God again. So what happened is that Elijah gave them this condition that they would sacrifice ox to either God and to Baal, which was the deity of Ahab. And if Ahab would accept that sacrifice, then he said that he would believe in Baal. Baal, yeah. And then if God would accept that sacrifice, they had to believe in God. And then they went up to the mountain, and this is actually, if we believe in legends, this is the mountain So, and then they brought 2 oxes. So they were basically divided in 2 parts. One of them were the believers of Baal, and another part was Elijah. So those people asked for Baal to accept their sacrifice, sorry, but he actually didn't do anything because you know, obviously. But Elijah asked for God to accept the sacrifice, and then the God burnt this ox with the fire. And after that, Elijah asked God for thunderstorm, so it happened. So what I wanted to say is basically that Elijah, in legends, in our minds, is like the equivalent of one of the gods of thunderstorm, but Orthodox people put it in a different way, so it's kind of hazy at some point. Yeah, and that's basically it. And we like every August 2nd we just come here and then sacrifice different animals, you know, like chickens and stuff like that. And basically we ask for God or Elijah to bring us thunderstorm and rain in this drought, because usually August is very dry. So, and that's pretty much it. So this is a place where people come and burn the candles, and this is kind of the mix of this Orthodox and the other thing, I actually forgot the English name for that, so which probably means that people usually believe that here when you burn the candle you ask for the welfare for your family, but actually you just ask for the drought to disappear and for Elijah to bring you just thunderstorm or something. So now we are on the stairs of the church, which actually dates back to the 6th century, but it was actually run down a couple of years ago, and Orthodox people here rebuilt it, so we're going to have a look at it right now. Okay, so now we're by this tree, which is called the Tree of Wishes or Wish Tree. I'm not sure. And people would come here and tie up some bounds actually and make wishes, and they believed that it would come true, by the way. But so probably Orthodox people kind of forbid that tradition. So now we see that it's not that common anymore. So earlier I was actually talking about how people would sacrifice different like animals and chickens and stuff like that, and just right now we saw that so other people who don't usually do that, like who don't sacrifice those animals, they usually catch them and take them home so that they can have like a feast later today for the celebration. So this is one of the interesting things to know about this place. In my hometown we also have another mountain like this, which is called the King Tomas mountain, and legends say that there's a tunnel in between those two. I mean, in between this Elia mountain and as we call St. Elijah's mountain and King Tomas mountain, but it's so dark that the scientists cannot really explore, because after a couple of kilometers of being inside the tunnel, the light just goes out, so it has never been explored. So my friend, in her natural habitat, she's taking so many pictures. I hope that snakes will not bite her. Another friend of mine who does not really take or like taking pictures or any videos. Hi. So we also have another tradition here that we buy some candy called mamalo, which basically means a chicken or something, but it's so funny actually. So it's basically a popsicle, homemade popsicle, which is colored in different colors, and people have this tradition to get them here and then just eat it for this day. So we're actually going now to get those, and we will see it together. So for this day, people come up here. It's quite a walk actually, quite a hike to be honest. So people come up here barefoot in belief that they are sacrificing themselves for God. And now in the picture we see that a lot of people still keep coming, and it's already 1:30. So but you know, in my childhood it used to be pretty different, because there were many people, but nowadays it's not that crowded here, but still there are a lot of people coming up and down. Hi.
ვიგორავე ბალახში. დამეცა ბალახი.
ჩამოვარდა დედაჩემი, ჩავყევი მე.
დამეცა ბალახი.
დაგვეცა, ამოვედი დედაჩემს თავში ქონდა მაცივარი მოწყობილი.
ბალახი მოწყობილი.
So these are my friends, guys, and actually former co-workers, and they visited me in my hometown for the celebration for a couple of days. So okay. Okay, so now we are at the street market that I was talking about before, and we're actually going to get this candy. This is basically a popsicle, so you can see that it's like a colorful popsicle which is made out of sugar and some colorful cookie colors or something like that. So we're going to get this, and you can get this a piece for 1 Georgian lari, which is basically like a few cents or something. So we're gonna get this now. It's
mamalo.
So actually it's the first time that my friends tasted it, so let's ask them for the opinion. Oh, okay, where? Can you explain in English?
No.
So she's saying that they have this candy or popsicle, whatever, in Kutaisi as well, but is it your first time you're getting this?
No,
how do you like it?
It's second time and maybe third time.
Okay, so how do you like it? Your mother used to make it at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made this mamalo.
Mamalo. In the past?
In the past I make.
Did you? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can.
So this
mamalo.
is okay. So I lied you guys. I thought that it's like made specially for this day, so I don't know. People actually usually sell here some, what do you call this thing?
Mamalo.
No. Cotton candy, yeah. But so when we came up here, we did not film, but they probably went home because everybody usually goes back home and then they celebrate their thing back there, you know, with guests over, and they maybe do some shashlik thing, which we will be able to see like later at home. So we could not film this cotton candy thing, so yes, work. Work, bitch. round 3. Okay, so guys, we're heading home right now, and that's it for today's video. We're going to, my friend is showing off here. We're going to celebrate this day with my family. We're going to actually make some shashlik, as they, which is like, okay, thanks. It's actually, it's not shashlik, we call it mtsavadi, which is basically barbecue kind of meat, but just so you know, it's something like shashlik because it's more familiar for you if I call it that way. So thank you for watching, and hopefully see you guys in my next video. And meanwhile, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, or leave a comment if you have any questions, and hope you like this video. Bye. Oh, actually, PS, I forgot to mention that that this mountain actually looks like a lady who is lying down on the grass with her hair just floating in the wind or something. So I'm not sure, you can check it yourself or evaluate yourself, guys. You cannot really see it from this angle, but when you go far, or when you go like to the neighboring village or something, you can actually see that it really looks like a lady who is laying down on the grass.
Always it's not just